this bigger. All right. There's going to be two parts of today's lesson. Part 1 is level 0.00001. And then the second part will be level 1. So we're going to start off pretty easy. It should be pretty easy. But the key is to pay attention. Parts of a circle. The first part of the lesson is to understand the different parts of a circle. Okay, so we're going to be writing this down, parts of a circle. All right, so to the best of your ability, you're gonna draw like 20 circles today. Let's draw our first circle. So here's my first circle. And I want you to draw me a dot in the middle of your circle. Julieta, is that a distraction? Circle, and then draw me a line to where the circle is. So there is a dot in the middle and then a line to the side of the circle. Melissa, do we need a pencil or something? Okay. Okay. Almost. It's half a line for a Pokemon, right? This is abbreviated with the letter R. The R stands for radius. We're going to have some new vocabulary words. So this part of your circle, this part we're focusing. This part of your circle is called the radius. It goes from the center of your circle to the end, like to the edge of the circle. So center to the edge. It's kind of weird calling it the edge because it's round, so there really is no edge, but I'm just trying to help you understand it. So do you see that? Okay, now let's draw another circle. But this time, we're going to go all the way through. So we're going to have a dot in the middle, and we're going to have a line that goes all the way through. More like a Pokemon ball, right?
Whoa.
Yes. So this is abbreviated with the letter D, and it's called the diameter. Diameter. That's an E for diameter. So radius is half, diameter is the whole thing, okay? So the very first thing you have to learn and understand are these two parts of a circle. When it's half, it's called the radius. When it goes all the way through, Ruben, it's called the diameter. Okay, Santiago?
What is it? What if it's on four?
I mean, it's just two parts. It might look, you don't have to write this down. Well, we're going to practice anyways. Your circle, and then it might have the dot and then the line going this way. Or it might be a circle and the line going through it goes like in this direction. Okay? So you just have to know if it goes from one to the other extreme, that's called your diameter. If it starts in the middle and just goes, that's your radius. Okay? So when it doesn't go all the way through, radius. When it goes all the way through, diameter. That's your first challenge. Knowing the difference. Okay. Second challenge is knowing the relationship between them. There's a relationship. I know. Draw circle number 3 with the radius. So I'm going to do a dot, and I'm going to make the line kind of go this way. Does it matter? No. Is it half? Yes. Okay. And I'm going to tell you that this measures 5 inches. I measured it, and it's 5 inches. Totally 5 inches. I'm going to draw another circle that's equal to this circle. They're equal. They're identical twins. They're equal. But I want to go all the way through for the diameter. What does the diameter, see if anybody can guess correctly. What is the measurement of the diameter if the radius is 5? 10. Yes. Good job. This is 10 inches. What's the relationship? Emmanuel, can you put your mask on? This is half, and this is the whole thing. What's the relationship? How do we go from here to here? Times 2. 2 times 2 times 2. So these are radius on this side and diameters on this side. Okay? So let's draw another circle here. And let's draw the radius going this way. And we're going to say that this is 7 centimeters. All right, so we have this circle, and we're going to write this down. We're going to write this down. We're not distracted. Woo! This circle, it has a radius of 7 centimeters. I'm going to do its twin. Identical twin. But this time, the line goes all the way through. What does it measure?
14 centimeters.
So if this one's 7, what's 7 plus 7? 14. So this measures 14 centimeters. Do you guys see the relationship? So if I give you half and I want the whole thing, you can just add these two numbers. Like 5 plus 5, 10. 7 plus 7, 14. Okay? Now let's go backwards. What if I give you a diameter? Let's go straight across.
20.
Yeah. Let's go 20 centimeters. So the diameter is 20 centimeters. So what do you think I'm going to ask you for?
The radius.
The radius.
10.
Good. Same circle. And now I'm just going to ask you, well, what's the radius equal to?
10.
How do you know it's 10?
Because it's half.
It's half. So if you have $20 and you got to give your mom half, 10.
Why though?
It's interesting. It's interesting, you know. Because you're like, Mom, I want pizza. She's like, no. But what if I pay for it? Okay.
Where's your piece of money? She just wants like McDonald's money.
She just wants to keep the money that she actually originally gave you because she went to work and earned the money. You know, we always forget about that little detail, huh? It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. My parents worked for that money.
What?
That's right. All right.
I work for my money.
Right. We're okay? Are we okay? Are we okay? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to pause the video. So everybody go on the side where the first circle, Jerry, is 100. The first circle is 100. Okay. Remember, this worksheet and this part 1 is 0.001. Level easy, 0.001. Okay. First thing. Look at the line that they give you in the circle. Does it go all the way through or just half? All the way through. So when it's all the way through, it is the what? Diameter. So, what did I write second period that I liked? Oh, when it gives you the whole line, you see how this is like the whole line? That represents your diameter. So we're going to write 100 centimeters. Now, how do I get to the radius?
50 centimeters.
Oh, no, but how? What do I do? Half. 100 divided by 2. You have $100. You 100% have to give me 50%. 50 centimeters. So, if I give you the whole, when I divide, that's called the radius. It's kind of half. Half is divided by 2. When someone says, give me half, you're mentally, without realizing, dividing by 2. All right, number 2. Look at the line for number 2. We're looking at our paper. Paper, line, eyes on paper. Okay. Close enough. Sort of. Not really. Okay. Is the number 2. Did I give you the whole line?
No.
Or just half?
Radius.
Half. So if I give you half, so this is
10 feet.
half the line. So if it's half the line, where does it go? It goes in the radius. So this is 10 feet. How do I get diameter? No. So if this section's 10, add another 10 to get the whole line. So this section's 10, another section of 10. So what's 10 plus 10? 20. That would be the diameter. This is 10 plus 10 is 20 feet. Or you can just multiply by 2. However your brain wants to do it. If your brain wants to go 10 plus 10, awesome. If your brain wants to do 10 times 2, fantastic. Yes?
Number 4.
Yeah. 58 divided by 2, no big deal. You can do it. You can do it. Circumference, a brand new vocabulary word. So let's write this down as our new title. Oh, look at us writing. That's perfect. We're focusing. You see? Yeah. Focusing, circumference. Big word, big vocabulary word. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Circumference, okay, back that up. Circles are like super special. They're extra. Because they have a radius, a diameter. It's like, why can't you just be normal and say base times height? No. They're special. Exactly. They're extra. Circumference is another word just associated with circles because they're special. Circumference, let's draw our 20th circle of the day. Circumference is if I were to take a walk around my circle. Here I am walking. Here's my Fitbit tracking my walk. How far did I travel if I went all the way around my circle? So if I go all the way around, if I walk around the outside of the circle, how far did I go? Question mark. So I'm walking around the circle. What does that remind you of when you walk outside of a shape? What do we call that usually when we go around the outside?
Outline?
Perimeter.
What?
So this is a fancy way to say perimeter. So circumference is like perimeter, but for a circle. We don't call it perimeter because it doesn't have sides. We are fancy and we call it circumference. But what circumference is just going around the circle. And because it's a circle, we call it circumference.
That's crazy.
Okay, to find the circumference, we don't add all the sides because it doesn't have sides. What we do is we find the circumference using the following formula. Circumference is equal to pi times diameter.
That's sad. You called the circle no edges. You know they have feelings?
Well, they're special. They're a little extra. They have all these brand new vocabulary words that I got to introduce it to you. Okay. Pi. Some of you have seen it. Some of you have not seen it. Some of you maybe have heard of it.
I like
Pi is a Greek letter. Okay. And we use it in math. Pi, spelled P-I, pronounced pi. In math, in 7th grade, in high school, you're going to be using pi. And pi is about 3.14. So when I ask you, hey, what is pi equal to? It's about 3.14. Now, in reality, give me 1 second. In reality, pi is a number that never stops and it never repeats. I can be mean and evil to you and have you memorize like 100 numbers in pi. Pi never ends. It keeps going. But in math, in order for us to do math, we shorten it to 3.14. Yes?
Wait, are we going to be using this in high school?
Yeah, when you get to geometry.
So why are we learning about it in 7th grade?
Because they need you to learn the easy part. Because in geometry, it gets a lot harder. Santiago, don't distract people. Okay? Huh? Yes. So, with your calculator, in the calculator, you might see the symbol pi right here. It's very small. There's a symbol of pi. If I were to use it, it gives me a whole lot of numbers of pi. 3.14159, so on and so forth. This is how many numbers fit in the calculator. Pi keeps going forever. In this class, we're just using 3.14. When you're allowed to use a calculator later on, do not use the pi. Use 3.14. Why? Because I didn't use this number. I used 3.14, and your numbers are not going to match. So, for my class, use 3.14. Okay? All right, let's try to do a problem. So, here is my circle number 358 of the day. The diameter is equal to 10 inches. I want to know, okay, what is the circumference of this circle? If I were to place a little ant on the screen and had it walk in a circle all the way around, little ant, go. How far did it go? That is called circumference. We're writing this down. Okay, so circumference is equal to pi times your diameter. Let's write the formula again. The more we write it, hopefully the more we understand it. Oh, look at us writing. It's fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, what does pi stand for? 3.14. Okay, so substitute it. Pi is 3.14. I'm going to write this down, show you in your work. What is D, Luis? What are we going to write down for diameter? 10 inches. So times 10. We're writing this down in our notes. It's going to be on your homework, so we got to make sure we write it down. Okay, so the diameter is 10. How do I know it's 10? Because it's right there, kids. It's right there. All right, now let's do the math. 3.14 times 10. However you do it, do it. Let's go. 3.14 times 10. Go. Write your units. Whoever said that.
31.4.
Yep. So circumference is equal. Now, if you use a calculator, the calculator will show it as 3.14 times 10. It won't add that extra 0. If you did it by hand, you will end up with 3.140 inches. If you do it by calculator, it's 3.14 inches. Are they the same answer? Yeah. Yes. These zeros at the end, they don't mean anything. If there was a 0 in here in between, yes, they do mean something. But in the back, they don't. So this is if you did it by hand, you'll end up with 40. If you did it with a calculator, you just end with 0.4. It's the same exact answer. Okay, what part of this is hard? Exactly. I was hoping for someone to say that. Santiago, stop. All right. Let's do another circle. Circle number 15. I was just see if you guys were paying attention. 8 centimeters. All right, come on, Ruben. Let's copy this down right now so we don't fall behind. We don't fall behind. Okay, that's good. But she needs a calculator. Just place it there. Let's see. Okay. Circumference is equal to pi times d. What is pi? 3.14. Okay. The more you write it, the more it will hopefully stick in the brain. Times. What's the diameter of the circle? 8. Good. Okay. If you need a calculator, use it. If you don't. If you need to go on the side and do 3.14 times 8, fantastic. If you can do it on paper, do it on paper. If not, type it out. Tell me an answer, but you need to do it. Brenda, what'd you get? 25.12. Awesome. So circumference is equal to 25.12 centimeters. Let's practice writing our units. Let's do this. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Go slower. All right. Uno más. One more. Randy, we don't engage in questions that shouldn't be asked in the class. How do I find circumference? Circumference equals, yeah, it's the perimeter, but how do I do it? Okay. Circumference is equal to pi times diameter. What is pi? Okay, you know I keep asking it, but we got to keep responding, right? Thank you for that. Now the diameter.
2.
No.
Oh no, it's 4.
It's 4. This is meant to trick you. Wow. Here we go back to level 0.00001. This is actually a radius. So did I trick you?
Yeah.
What is the diameter?
2. Oh no,
4 inches. So sometimes they give you information that you don't get to use in your formula, but you do use it because the 2 told us it was actually 4 for the diameter. So we actually have to multiply it by 4, not 2. 2 is there to confuse you.
Up there,
12.56 inches.
Yep.
12.56 inches, right?
Circumference is equal to 12.56 inches. Questions? Okay, we're going to pass out your classwork, and we're probably going to do like 2 problems. Okay? So Miss Jackson's going to pass out half. Got the other half. Not homework yet. Copy everything down. Don't leave your notes halfway done. Put away your notes. You might need your notes. Did you already memorize the formula? Oh, man. No. You're gonna stop. Not yet. Okay, on the side with the A, B, C, D on it, A, B, C, D side. We're going to start this. This is not homework. We'll start it. Okay, they tell you to use 3.14 for pi. They even tell you, hey, use 3.14. All right, letter A. Is this the diameter? Yep, this is what we need, so we're good on that. So circumference is equal to pi times diameter. What is pi equal to? One more time. 3.14, 3.14 times 6. Is that the number we need?
Yeah.
6. All right, so 3.14 times 6. Remember, even if you're using a calculator, you still need to tell me, what are you doing with it? What 2 numbers are you plugging in? All right, plug them in or do the math on paper. Either you're going to do it on paper or you're going to plug it into your calculator. Do it. Type it in right now. Let's go. Go, go, go. Here. Type it in. Type it in. Type it in. Type it in, type it in, type it in. Okay, what did we get when we typed it in?
18.84 centimeters.
84.84?
Yeah. Yep.
Centimeters. All right, what are we going to type in for letter B?
21.98.
Wait, no, what are we going to type in?
3.14 times 6.
No. 3.14 times 7. We're going to hold there. Type it in. So now do letter B. 3.14 times this number. 3.1. Ruben, I need you to see you doing this math. And see you doing it. So when I see you, you're like, I need to see you action.
Did we finish this?
When I see you doing it. See it. Live. Oh. What's your answer for number 2, Melissa?
21.998.
Hey, is that true? 2198?
Yep.
Cool. Number 3. Let's do it. What are we going to do for another letter C?
3.1 times 4.
Yep, 3.14 times 4. Okay, give us 30 more seconds. Type it in, type it in, type it in. All right, what do we get for C?
12.56.
What?
Use the calculator. What's that? Extra? Homework? All right, Omar, you can see that extra homework on your desk. Okay, the bottom of your homework, it's kind of hard to see because of the copies, but that's a 21. The radius is 21 centimeters. I know it's hard to see, so that's why I'm writing it down.
I got good vision.
Good job. All right.